get this work, but the work don't ship, because it really don't feel that way. See, no?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Bringing them out now in his 7th season. Former 2nd overall pick in the draft from UNC, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The Raiders at 3-7 now in the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're brought out by a guy who's become something of a journeyman. He's played for 5 teams across the last 6 seasons. The well-traveled Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
You look at this Raiders defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now a give. Akers running left. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Play fake. Bridgewater under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders down for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw here, O'Connell lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That'll move the ball downfield.
And this returnable for Hill. Fighting through. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Patterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Ryan. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give right side, Gasket to the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bridgewater. Smith-Njigba with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now here come the Raiders. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Trubisky. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now it's Patterson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Bridgewater on first down. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Fournette running right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for a field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here come the Dolphins. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Bridgewater. Akers back-to-back catches. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's out to the flat for Akers. Oh, some strong running, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Bridgewater now from the 50. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll run here with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now Trubisky on first down. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
First down, Las Vegas.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Trubisky will throw. That's the tight end, Jesper Horsted. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Gain of 14. And the Raiders first down.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Patterson on the draw play. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to